Hope you are having a nice day. I am so excited about this video. I love bringing people together over food and building connection over food, and Thanksgiving is such a great opportunity to do so. I have been hosting plant-based, vegan potlucks for 20 years, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be the host or even to be the guest and have to bring an item to share. And I wanted to make life easy for you with some of my tried and true store-bought products that I use in our kitchen for the holidays. It's a lot of pressure to make sure your guests are enjoying something that's really tasty. And these have been staples in my kitchen, and I want to show you how easy they are to make and let you know that you don't have to cook everything from scratch. You know that I've made my whole brand about cooking from scratch and saving money, but saving time is so important also. So I'm going to start with the plant-based turkey. This is the one that I use. It is the one from Gardein. My husband likes field roast, celebration roast on croute. It's not currently available at the time I'm filming this, since I'm filming in advance of Thanksgiving, but this one was available at Walmart, and I will try to remember to drop the price. I have to look it up. I might include it somewhere over here so that you know how much it costs. When you're cooking it, you want to leave yourself some time. It does require about 1 hour and 20 minutes of baking with the foil on, and then you remove the foil and bake for another 20 to 25 minutes, and then you allow it to cool for a little bit. So you want to give yourself some time to prep for it. This is something that can be made in advance. That's how I usually do it. I do it earlier in the day, and then I keep the oven at 200 degrees all day and just keep it warmed so that I'm not doing way too much in the oven that I get backed up. So this is something that you can make in advance. I usually buy a few of them, and once Thanksgiving season comes around, you can pretty much find it anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna take it out of the package, and it comes looking like this. And it also comes with some gravy, which is really nice. I'm gonna set that aside and open it. It's like a log. And what it wants me to do is take some aluminum foil and wrap it up. And now I'm going to stick it in my oven, which has been preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 1.5 hours, for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now I'm going to work on my stuffing. This one's my go-to store-bought stuffing, and I got this in at Walmart. I did notice when I was in Florida visiting my in-laws, about to have Thanksgiving at their house and wanting to make it for their dinner, that it wasn't easily available. So I know that my mother-in-law, I think she gets the Pepperidge Farms one, is also vegan. So check your store-bought options. I don't think that there are any stovetop that have vegan options or vegan flavors for the stovetop brand, but this one, Mrs. Cubison's, has a couple flavors, and this one's my favorite. I feel like it's really flavor packed, and it has, like most boxed options, it has casserole, stovetop, slow cooker versions or instructions on the box, and I almost always go with stovetop directions. I'm going to be showing you today to show you how easy it is, and it calls for just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. So that is including this box of stuffing plus 4 ingredients, which is so easy, and then it doesn't take up any of the oven space because it's so precious and in demand for the holidays. So what we're going to be needing for this one is just a 5-quart saucepan, and the rest comes together in less than 10 minutes. I'm turning on the flame to a medium-high heat, and I'm going to add in some Earth Balance vegan butter. It's calling for 1 stick. I like these sticks because they're pre-measured. So if you don't have this one, you have the tub, you'll have to measure it out. And you're looking for 1/2 cup, which is 1 stick. I'm just going to open it up and toss that in and wait for it to melt. The vegan butter has now melted, and I'm going to add in my vegetables. I've got 1 cup of chopped celery, And I've got 1 cup of a diced onion. It didn't specify what color, so I used what I had. I don't have any yellow onions. I only had red onions. And we're gonna let these cook for about 5 minutes on high heat. If it looks like it's burning, then turn it down. And what we're looking for is for the vegetables to become tender and the onions to become more translucent. You can see what they're looking like. I still want them to have a little bit of vibrant color so that it's pretty. And I'm adding in my 1.5 cups of vegetable broth. As usual, this is the one I'm using. Once it starts boiling, you can turn off the heat completely and start to add in your stuffing mix. You want to gently do it. I know some people do it in batches, but I'm working with one hand here, so I'm doing the whole thing. Gently stir everything together. And then you cover it and let it stand for 5 minutes. Looks so good. I'll plate it and show you again what it looks like, but it looks really beautiful and fluffy. Another option for a turkey alternative are these Gardein turkey cutlets, which I also got at Walmart. Most of the stuff actually came from Walmart today, but I'll tell you if they didn't. And these are nice, especially if you are doing something that is a smaller dinner. If you're serving it for just you or you and a friend, you and a partner, a small family, these are so easy and they fry up really well. I'm going to show you how I do it in the air fryer today. They don't have the air fryer instructions, unfortunately, on the back, but I do mine in the air fryer. Again, I'm constantly thinking of ways I can free up the oven space because I'm going to be using that to warm up my food and to do some things from scratch. So this is something that is easy. You can do it in the air fryer. They taste good. They're elegant looking. I think they are more so than the Gardein roast that I'm showing you. But the roast is fun because it's filled with stuffing. So there's that. This, I think, is pretty on a dish. So if you're serving a dish where everyone's getting the same thing and you want to plate it nicely, these look really good. So these also come with some gravy packets, which I do appreciate when these types of products have gravy, because then that's one less thing to do, one less thing to worry about. And each bag comes with 4 cutlets. This is what a cutlet looks like. This is 2 of them. And I put them in the air fryer like this. I know all different air fryers have different temperatures that they go up to. This is my kitchen one, but I also have one in my studio that's a different brand. So I'm going to leave this at 380. If yours goes up to 380, then that's great. But if it doesn't and it only goes to 375, that's okay too. Just do a little bit longer. And I'm going to do a total of 15 minutes, but the first one's going to be 7 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the remaining. Here is the roast out of the oven. I just took the foil off, and now I'm going to bake it for another 20 minutes. I have already flipped them over, and you can see this is what they look like. You can hear that they're very crispy. I pulled this out of the oven and it has cooled a bit. So I cut it and I wanted to show you what it looks like on the inside. That's stuffing, and I'm going to get ready to make that gravy. I'm now going to cook up this gravy that comes with each of those frozen plant-based turkeys. And that's what I usually do. I also make a homemade gravy. I will link the one that I use down below. But I also wanted to show you 2 other options that I found. I think I got them at a local store called Rayleigh's, but I'm sure you can find them elsewhere because they are popular. I have not personally tried these, but if you are having a hard time with your gravy situation and you have a guest coming over who is plant-based and wants to eat a vegan gravy, here is an option. This is the Campbell's mushroom gravy, and this one is a gluten-free brown gravy mix. I have not tried either of these, but they do exist, and I wanted to alert you to them so that in case you can't find another gravy, or if you don't want to make one on your own, then you can try these. I'm going to put a list of things that I make personally. I usually do mashed potatoes. And speaking of mashed potatoes, I wanted to show you this one too. This is another one that I have not had as an adult. I do not serve this at my own Thanksgivings, but I grew up eating these as my mashed potatoes and with plant-based additions. So it calls for margarine and milk. So if you just use a vegan butter like the one I showed earlier, the Earth Balance, or there are a couple other brands as well, if you use something like that and you use something like a plant-based milk, unsweetened, unflavored, that would be a great addition if you're making something like this. This is an interesting product. It says it's made with real potatoes. They're kind of like flakes when you open the box. I used to make them all the time when I was a kid, and I can't really remember what they taste like because potatoes are another thing that I choose to make from scratch. I want to say these were under $2, but again, I'm going to try to remember in editing to put the prices of everything so they'll just pop up and you can see how much I spent on them when I go back and I look at my receipts. And all I did was I cut this open and poured it in there, and now I'm just gonna heat it up. So that's super easy. Next, we have some dinner rolls. Here is my favorite kind. This is the one from Artisano, and they're called bakery bread bakery rolls, but a lot of rolls like this happen to be vegan, and I like these because they're really fluffy. Another option is to make these biscuits from Pillsbury, and these are called buttermilk biscuits, and they're the Grand's Southern Homestyle biscuits, and they are vegan. So if you want to whip these up and you don't have something like this, that's much easier to do, you can go ahead and make these. And there are two types of butters that I usually use. This one is Earth Balance, and I use that in recipes often. And then I use Miyoko's butter when I'm serving biscuits because it's really tasty. This is European style salted butter, and on a biscuit or a roll, it is so good. Everyone always is asking what kind of butter I'm using because they can't believe it's vegan. So if you do want to splurge, I actually got this one from Grocery Outlet on sale, but it is very good. And for Earth Balance, I got this at, you can buy it anywhere. And then for these also, you can buy them anywhere. I usually get them at Grocery Outlet, which is a discount grocery store here, or Walmart or Sprouts. I think actually, I'm not sure if Sprouts has them, but definitely Walmart. I'm going to bake these up right now and show you how easy that is. All you do is preheat the oven to 375 and place the biscuits 1 to 2 inches apart on an ungreased baking sheet and bake for 13 to 17 minutes. So easy peasy. I'm just going to flip the camera around and do it right now. I don't really like taking these off, but here we go. Oh, that's why I don't like it. That's pretty much everything I have in terms of savory foods that make life a little bit easier and can save time, save energy. And now I'm moving on to desserts. Desserts are my favorite. I'm only going to share a few because there are a lot of options, but number one, hands down, I'm so sad I can't show you an actual pie right now, but the Costco apple pie is vegan and it is so good. If I could just get one dessert, and it's so easy and it's huge and it's like, I want to say $18 or something like that. That's the one to get if you're going to get one pie to bring to an event or to serve to your guests. That's got to be the one. It's no effort. And also last year I had no time. I had traveled home from visiting my in-laws in Florida, had to come home to work, and I didn't have a lot of time to go gather stuff. So I did Instacart from Costco, and they brought me a pie. So you can order if you're an Instacart member or you just don't have a lot of time, you can order your stuff from Instacart to be delivered. You just have to put in your Costco number and you don't have to go there. And that is, for me, it's for my mental health, so good because our Costco is wild. It's hard to park, hard to go there, and this just made everything so much easier. Next, I would say something like this is going to be your next easy option. It is the Marie Callender's Dutch apple pie, and it's easy, it's vegan, everybody loves an apple pie. And I also know that the Sara Lee fruit pies, I don't have any of those to share, but check out the Sara Lee fruit pies. Those are vegan too. If you want to make your own pies, which I usually do a pumpkin pie, my own homemade pumpkin pie, I'll drop that one down below. I use a pre-made crust, and I do something like this. This one is vegan. It's the one from Marie Callender's. Unfortunately, they don't have this one at Walmart. This is where I do my primary grocery shopping, but they do have it at a lot of other grocery stores. And when I'm looking for something in particular, I will put it in Instacart and see which stores pop up as carrying it, so that when I'm going to the grocery store, I know they carry it, and that'll save me time from having to just go randomly look for stuff. This one is Just Roll, and it says flaky and lard-free pie crust. I've never actually used it, but I've read about it and I plan on using it this holiday season. I've stocked up. And if I'm doing a top crust, I would use something that's a rollout. I've done a double where you just pop the bottom. This comes in a pack of 2, and I've popped the second one on the top, and it looked kind of wonky, but tasted good. Instead, if you want a pretty pie, you can do a rollout pie crust for the top and one of these on the bottom, so you don't have to mold it. Another option is to use this one. You just add water. I got this one from Walmart, and it's pretty inexpensive. It says it makes 2, but it really makes 1. It's misleading. I've tried it multiple times, and it really only makes enough for 1. So like the bottom or the top. I used it recently to make a lattice on an apple pie. So those are some options. I'm going to stick this in the oven so I can show you what it looks like when it's done. Here's the stuffing. This is what it looks like. This is a regular serving dish, and that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I realized I don't have a gravy boat, so I put mine in a salsa jar, and this is what it looks like. This is the one that came with the Gardein turkey, and it looks good. It's thick, it's nice, it's brown, it tastes good. So easy and tasty. All right, here is what it looks like when it comes out. I unwrapped the plastic, and you have to put this on separately. So I am simply going to evenly spread this out and try not to make a huge mess. And it looks like it's clumping a bit, so I'm going to break up those clumps because you don't want a mouthful of sugar. And I've already preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just going to pop this in right now. Here is the Pillsbury biscuit. It looks really good. I'm going to also break it in half for you so you can see. And lastly, I wanted to introduce you to a couple standout products that I use for Thanksgiving. These are the Vegan Dandies marshmallows. I use sweet potato casserole, and I use vegan marshmallows for candied yams, and I can put my recipe down below, but that's one thing I like to use them for. I usually use this flavor. You can see I've already used this bag, but I think that the Trader Joe's version is also vegan. I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know, but it used to be. If you know, please let me know in the comments. And then lastly, when I serve my pies, I have some whipped cream available. This one is a spray kind, so you can and this one is kind of like Cool Whip, which is my preference. I do really like this one. You can find it in the frozen section, or I think this one is in the refrigerated section. This one requires some thawing prior to using it. It's very tasty. I may have missed some. These are just some that I was able to pick up at the grocery store while I'm filming this in late September. But if I left anything out that you believe is so stand out and needs to be mentioned, please let me know in the comments. And if you try anything from my list, let me know what you think. I'm going to include a list of everything I make from scratch along with the recipes, and then tell you which products that I buy to serve at my own dinner. I am totally aware that it is preference and people have their family recipes that they always make, but if you are serving a guest who is vegan or you are newly vegan, these could be helpful to you. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a happy holiday.